See what's going on, y'all. Knock out some games and some coffee this morning. That's what we can do. Right. Let's get a couple of things sorted out. Just bear with me a sec, guys. Just got to do a couple of things. Right. What's going on, Mitzi? Been alright this morning? Yeah, it's on. I'm just trying to get myself situated, so to speak. Just got right back in. Just drinking my coffee, thought I'd knock out a few games. My boy's up, but my wife and daughter are still asleep. It's a perfect time to get a few games in. Right, we are going to go right here in this headwind. I'm going to set up just next to the rough. And max plus 10, 6.5 rings on this Thor6 hammer 6. And then we go full OP, and then like half of all the right curl. Fit perfect, so that's good, because we're quite close to the rough on the setup. Yeah, you can see I'm just got away with that. I probably needed a little bit more curl. Thanks, Missy. Are we on 4? Let's have a quick look at Clannibals. 258,000. Yeah, we're doing good. We're just trying to hold C100 this season. Not trying to do anything big after top 10 last season. On this account, yeah. So on my other accounts, I probably would have switched to a cat for the approach, but this only has cat 5, and I'm not willing to put a cat 5 into a shootout. So right. So all we're going to do here is just rough bump this onto this little pad, and then we're going to play the thorn shot for the funnel. I'm going to play that at 0%. I'm probably going to be somewhere up there-ish. We'll double check the range when we play the shot. Opponents in the rough, so they're just going to be laying up as well. Yeah, this is one of the few shots where the cat's definitely better. I might have been able to get a lot closer with the cat there, but yeah, not on this gap. I think it's actually probably the only shot that I put cat in for normally on my other bags. There's 100. There's 0. That's more like 65. And we're not going to go quite full backspin on this because we don't need it. Maybe we do, just a little bit more. Right, so that's where I want to be. I say that, and then I'm struggling to find it. Right, this is where I want to be. That little funnel. 65%. Getting a little tight on time, but what's new? 3.7 rings. See if we can put this in. I fit perfect. So as long as our adjustment's not too far off. There we go. Yeah, so that funnel there's beautiful. It's a beautiful little funnel. very forgiving. Left, right, you just got to find it. And so long as your adjustments, from distance, your adjustment needs to be somewhat in the right range, but as you get closer in, so this little rough on the right of the green, if you're in there, you can almost hit a good shot, and it will still drop. It's really wide from that position. Yeah, it's much harder from further out, Mitsugi, and that angle is definitely the best angle to get the funnel with. Like where our opponent is, he's trying to find it. I find it quite difficult to find it from here. It's not a bad effort, but it's very hard to find. So how's your morning going, Mitchie? You good? Been up a couple of hours now, just getting some coffee in. Yeah, there's definitely a delay. I can tell you what it is in a second. It's about 7 seconds. We're not doing anything too fancy here. We are just going to power this down the left hand side. Especially on this account, it doesn't have the cat at a level that I'd be willing to use it. And doesn't have a high level APOC to really power it through. I'm just going to play this up down the left hand side and give myself just an approach for an eagle. Mitsugi, if you're able to watch your messages, I can tell you go on Messenger, and that should be a lot closer to the time. I'm not on VPN or anything. I'm in the States, but you need to be on an account that matches me trophy wise. Wasn't actually really watching my opponent's shot there, but it looked like he got quite a long way up. He did. Yeah, as I said, we're not really trying to do anything here, to be honest. Just trying to get it to the green. It's quite hard to LB this, to be perfectly honest. It's hard enough in the tournament with fixed wins. They're very hard in tour play. He might be quite close to me in club there, actually. You can also play the second bounce rough bump from where he's at. So bouncing where he is with full top spin to hit the little strip of rough to bounce it towards the hole. It's quite hard to pull it off though successfully. So we're going to be going to shootout. Make sure we don't miss this EB. Last few days I've had real trouble with my EB shots. I don't know what's going on. Hit that perfect, so that's in. So if you're trying to match me from the new YouTube stream, Misugi, you probably want to be entering the T11 as I'm exiting the game and going back to the main menu. That should be about the right time difference. Obviously, Wolfpack pushing this season. My opponents were from Wolfpack. Good luck in their push for top 3. I think they're going for second place if they can. So I'm going to play this 25% min driver. So I'm going to go 5.8 rings. I'm going to set up right at the edge of this peninsula. I'm going to go full right spin, full back spin. I've completely forgotten what my adjustment was. Still forgotten what my adjustment was. 5.8. Okay. And we're not going to push back any rings or anything like that because we're going to use the elevation drop to get us to land on that little peninsula. So 5.8, I'm going to go like just over half ball right curl. We've hit perfect. Hopefully that looks quite left. Hopefully we've got the adjustment right. I think I'm left to pin though. Oh no, that's good. We'll take that. That's a decent shot. Yeah, I'll say go on, listen. No worries. See what our opponent does here. I haven't really looked at his setup, to be honest. He's hit great left, so we should have this one. I say that he's coming, when it comes in right next to the cup like that, sometimes it just stays in. Yeah, I wasn't really watching what I shot. I think I've got it, but I'm not sure. Oh, plate jest as well. We will take that. Okay, let's get this paint over with. What are we going to get? This account's still in development, so even the rares are quite nice to be filling up. Spitfire, not the worst. I've had much worse from plate chests. So, right. Go. I'm trying to match up with Mickey here. Hey LB, how's it going? Okay, let's try this again. I think you probably got someone. Golden Bear. Yeah, what's going on, LB? How's your morning going? So we're going to be going right on this one again. All these win 5 balls. Cyberball. I hate hitting these things in overpower, they're horrible. Pretty useful though. We're going to try and stick to Titans and Kingmakers. I say try. We're going to stick to Titans Kingmakers. We're going to try and play predominantly Titans. But we will need some help in some headwind with the Kingmaker. He's got away with that, but he probably won't have a shot to the green from there. So we're going to do the same as we did last time. I'm going to go Kingmaker this time. Yeah, we're going to go set up here. We might clip the rough this time because of the wind. So if we do, we'll be short 7.2. And I think we're going to go a little bit more curl this time just because of the wind angle and I set up. I've hit great right, so I'll almost certainly clip the rough here. Yeah. That's alright, we're out. But we're not going to have any real shot to play for the next shot. We're going to be laying up. Yeah, Mitsugi Aoi was in uni. 5-game heater in Tour 12, nice. One of these seasons I'll go back to 12. Maybe next season, we'll see. I think I've proved to myself that I can grind on this account. So my account with the highest bankroll also has a similar trophy count to this one. So this is maxed, the 4302 is maxed T11. I skipped T10 is what I did. So I only have maybe 30 trophies in T10. So I have an account with 12.5 billion on it that I'll probably take into 12. I'm just going to lay this one up. I'd like to be going to the island on the right, but I'd be playing a hook shot that's pretty risky to try and get there. So we're just going to lay it up here and hope that we can drop it. So a few of us, we have just a laid back clan called Tanking It Easy that we have quite a few accounts in. And we just chill out, there's no pressure there, there's no minimums, there's just a bunch of people just having a laugh. We finish wherever we finish. Completely stress free. That's good, it takes the pressure off a little bit on this one. It's not a particularly easy one to drop. I've got two choices here. I can either go back up. I can't see the funnel here. But I can try and find it anyway, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to drop it here and hope that I'm in the right place. Because with the this place at 0%, 50% range. With the Glyphate, I just don't have the bull guide to be able to see it. Probably need more backspin to see it as well. But you know, in a headwind, we should be somewhat close. It's just not got the legs, but the line's spot on. It needed to be higher up the hill. Yeah, I just didn't have the legs. Yeah, there's a nice funnel there, but it's just I find it hard to hit from further back. I did drop the thorn from closer in on that funnel earlier on the stream. So in a couple of weeks' time, I've ordered a gaming PC for me and my son. My son plays Minecraft and he's been begging me to get one. So I finally caved in and bought a gaming machine. So I will have a bit more control on my streams in future. I'll switch over to Streamlabs rather than going straight through Omlet. It's going to be so difficult to get the backspin right on this blind shot. I'm playing over to the right because I just don't really have the clubs to be able to switch from wood to driver on this. 4.5. So I'm essentially guessing where my ball's going to land. I know it's going to land halfway in the white ring. Let's hope I've got this somewhat right. I need quite a bit of curl because of the backspin. We've hit perfect. Let's see how this adjustment is. I think it might be coming in short. Yeah, a little short, but it's not bad. It's quite hard in the swim with these clubs. Yeah, the Grizzly would have been better there for the guide, for sure. The only reason I don't like the Grizzly is I don't like having a gap between my wood and my long iron, because I find for quite a lot of shots in T11 you can be in that zone and I don't like to have a big gap. Now obviously I'm playing a sniper, so I have a gap between my wood and my driver, but I'm kind of used to that, so it doesn't bother me so much. But certainly between the Grizzly and the sniper, I find it frustrating. But the Grizzly's a fantastic club. I just wish it was 135 yards and not whatever it is. Yeah, it's a tough shot my opponent was trying to play. I can roll your eyes at me all you want, I don't care. Happy when you're winning. Not so happy when you're not. Right, and what are we at in little win streaks here? 7. So it's good. We'll keep that going. Building the bank up on this account, which is nice. You say that every time. Yeah, it's a nice shot for that kind of headwind. It's like I say, it's not an exact science. There's a bit of it's a blind shot and it's a bit of a hit and hope to some degree, because you have to tweak the backspin and the curl. I had more of a crosswind than a direct head, which is why I was quite high on the backspin. But it's quite safe, although a great left can put you in trouble. And if you're just looking to try and make sure you're not out of the shootout, it can be quite a good shot. It does need the left curl though. If you don't left curl it, you'll drop down into the bunker on the right. So I haven't been paying attention to what balls our opponents have been playing this morning, but I think this is the first speedway we've played. So how do you all play full OP shots? I noticed our opponent there took a lot of swings before he hit it. For me, I find that really difficult. I just kind of lose focus and just end up not really watching the needle. I'd rather just let it swing a couple of times before I hit it. We're just going to go with the Titans again here. So we go 13.7, it's going to be about 9, just over 9, 9.1, 9.2 with this Thor6. Just maybe a couple of rings of OP. There we go. I'm not trying to do anything fancy here other than just get over, lay up on the left hand side. I always used to do that actually. Let's see, I always used to lay up on that finger in the middle. I think since playing the tournament, certainly in mastering, going left. At the moment, I've been preferring going left in kind of headwinds, cross headwinds. But yeah, I do play it from there. I like this one because I should be either max long iron or min sniper. And so I know my club range, so that's quite nice. So that's the reason I'm kind of going left, because it tends to put me at that kind of max-min interchange. So I can choose which one I want to go to. And with my other accounts that have B52 level 7s, the long iron's quite a nice shot in. On this one, the bull guide's a bit lacking on a Goliath 8. So it's not as easy a shot. Right, so yeah, there's my max Goliath. Actually, we're probably going to play this. So we're going to play this there. Good look to make sure we're actually at the hole. And I was going to play this. We're actually going to play this max plus 25% on this long iron. So we're going to go 5.6 rings. We fit perfect, so we can see what our adjustment looks like. Looks like I might have over adjusted slightly actually. Wasn't great. Oh well. Live and learn, eh? As I've been saying the last couple of streams, I'm trying to keep these to kind of like an hour-ish, give or take. Trying to stream a little more often, but trying to keep them to an hour. That's a kind of a manageable time. Right. Probably going to play this max. So I think here's what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to be too close to that bone on the left. I'm probably going to play it max plus 25 and then push up because my ball's going to come short. Morning, sweetie. Good job. Good morning. Sorry, my wife and kids just waking up. Depends where you're bouncing, but the secondary wind effects there are quite big. Is really what I'm playing for. It's not really at 25%. That's kind of a compound elevation number. All right, and we know we're going to come up short here. But my opponent's in the bunker, and I don't want to push this too much. So I'm not going to offset it left, which is what I'd probably normally do. In fact, what I'll probably do is just drop down to 20%. Just going to play this 9 rings. I'm kind of short on time. So instead of pushing up, I'm just going to play a little bit of OP. So I know that this one tends to come up short in headwind. Yeah, and so that OP was nice, actually. So we'll take that. That's a good shot there. It's quite a difficult hole. A lot of people do what our opponent did and go into the bunker, because as you're adjusting left, you get pushed across. Right, where are we at? 8. Nice little streak going on today. Makes up for yesterday's atrocious play. But it's always up and down in T11. So I have 3 accounts in 11. I tend to do alright. I tend to stay at max or close to max on most of them. But you've got to take the good days with the bad. There's lots of good players in 11. You can play terribly and still be winning, but you can also play really, really well and get your ass handed to you. So you just have to roll with those days. Yesterday I was just playing terribly and getting my ass handed to me, so I couldn't really complain. Right, this is going to be just under 10 rings with this Thor6. Ran out of space a little bit. I'll just going to go with just a couple of rings of AP because I don't want to miss the end of the fairway. And again on this one we're just looking for the eagle here. So I probably could have gone another ring of AP, but that's good. We'll take that. I mean, if you're looking for a shot here to go elbow, you want to go right into that little channel between the two bunkers on the fairway. But I'm just, I don't really want to risk it. So I'll take it nice and easy. Interesting that he backed up there. He's not playing that at max. Yeah, I mean, in a tailwind I will. I know there's a slight tailwind to this, but if it's predominantly tailwind, I will go right. But this account only has an APOC 5, and if you really wanted to push that drive, you want to play a curl shot, bouncing, and then bouncing over the rough and the bunker to the right. And even if I could get away with that with an APOC 5, I don't want to take an APOC 5 to shoot out. I'm almost certainly going to shoot out here. So on this one, I'm just going to play this about 13.5 rings, give or take. It's probably a slight underplay, but I'm just going to push up a little bit for that elevation drop. Fit perfect. Yeah, like I said earlier, we're not trying to do anything fancy on this hole, we're just trying to get somewhere close. Drop it in, take the eagle. See that little sliver of rough, the sort of Y-shaped rough between the two bunkers, you can rough bump that nicely. But you need a favourable wind and a good drive. As you can see, otherwise you end up having to do what I've done anyway, which is bounce in from the left. So have you got any plans for the Memorial Day weekend? Doing anything fun, special? I'm looking forward to not having to work tomorrow. It'd be nice. But we're still closed, our office is still shut, so we're all still working from home at the moment, so there is that at least. I love playing in the mornings. I'm definitely a morning kind of person, so I like to get up, have my coffee, knock out a few games. I find it much harder to play at night. My game is currently crap and better off watching. Hey Rob, we all have those days. Welcome in. Yeah. I mean, yesterday I was struggling, wasn't playing well, hitting all kinds of terrible shots. It happens. It used to really piss me off, but these days I'm trying to just brush it off. It's part of the game. Good days and bad days. So long as we're having more good days than bad days, it's all good. Right, we're going to play this from the left. We're going to position in between the rough and the bunker here. We are going to go like one left and maybe like 5 and a smidge back. We're going to play this plus 30%, so I'm going to go 13 rings here. So it's my 8. There's my 5. We've gone up in elevation. I don't know if you can see this. I've gone up in elevation, so I need to push back. So pushing back there. Oh, I've hit great left. Should be fine. I think I gave myself enough space. I'll take that. Great left didn't do me any harm there. So probably could have done with maybe 1.5 left spin on that. Yeah, exactly, Mitsugi. We learn from our mistakes, right? And don't learn from playing perfectly all the time, so we just have to accept that we're learning from those and go back and look at what we did wrong, try and learn. Yeah, if you play, so I like playing from the left in this wind because it aligns nicely, but you have to push back up, otherwise you will go long. So let's see if our opponent pushes back up. So he didn't, so my suspicion is this is going to fly long. Yeah. See how much further up his ball guide was than he placed it, and it's because he's gone up in elevation. When you go up in elevation, your ball travels further. So that left side's a good side to play, but you have to be wary of that. Let's just free up a couple of chess slots here. Right. Actually, let's just have a quick look. So we're on 9 games, 9-game streak. Nice little streak. Any kind of streak that you can get going in 11's good. Moose is loose. Obviously, when you max out a tour and you're winning, you're just building bankroll, so that's really good. Hey, good morning, Liz. Morning, Paul. Yeah, Paul. I mean, we've all done that. We've all had those shots where we've not adjusted it and it's flown long. Right, we're going to attempt a shot here that I hope pays off. I think our opponent's just gonna lay up on the fairway on this side, but we're going to try and hit the little strip of fairway right before the bunker. And if I had a Thor's hammer 7, I'd probably be quite confident about hitting it because the ball guide's quite good. But on this one, I am a little wary. I'm not entirely sure what our opponent did there. That was a strange. I don't know if that was an accidental release there. Hey, morning, Tink. Right, we're going to switch to Kingmaker because I definitely need it here. I'm going to get a full top and I'm going to try and get my ball guide here to land on the fairway. We're going to play max plus 10, which is going to be 8 rings, and it's going to be OP, so this is going to be a risky shot for me. But we're going to play anyway. We've hit perfect. I think I might have actually had too much on that, to be honest. Oh, no, nowhere near enough. Okay. Yeah, it's much easier with the 7 than it is with the 6. But our opponent's in a rush, so both going to be in the same position here, I think. Oh, that's a big caddy wind there. So we'll still be going for the green here. Right, it'd be interesting to see how far this goes. He's probably in the sand there with that. Oh, it's way left. Way left. So in this one, I'm probably going to play almost full right curl. So I think this is about 11 rings, give or take. 10.6. So I know I'm going to land just over that bunker, assuming that I hit somewhere close to the middle, which isn't going to be guaranteed with this. So I've hit good, so I'm probably in the bunker. Yeah, I'm going to be in the bunker. Really need to hit a much better shot than that. That's alright. There's a funnel off the back there, so we might try and see if we can drop into that. I think in T11, and I'm guessing in 12 is the same as well, but you make mistakes and you try and recover from them, and actually being able to recover from some of your mistakes is as important as dropping shots outright. So I would say don't get disheartened when you do stray into the rough or the sand on a drive and have a recovery shot. Don't give up in the hole. Plenty of opponents make mistakes as well, so play it out, see what you can do. Learn for the next time. I think I've got Spitfire 5 on this account, so I don't have much in the way of backspin. Yeah. Right. I can either go straight at the hole, or I can try and drop into this funnel here. So I've got a little bit of play here. I'll set up at the left edge. Probably just going to play about 1.5 rings, not very far out. Hit great. Let's see how that funnel helps us. I'm not really expecting to drop this from here, to be honest, but we have, so we'll take that. Just trying to put it close. That funnel helped me a little bit. It's not massive, but it does have a little bit given it. I think that takes us to a nice little 10 streak. So we'll take that. Any day you can hit double figures, yeah, 10. Any day you can hit double figures in T11 is a good day. So very happy with that. So earlier I'm trying to get used to these streams to about an hour, so I'll play for another 15 minutes or so and then I'll drop off. It's easy to get into the habit of just half playing while you're doing other stuff, especially if you've got some kind of grind on. I don't really have any grind commitments this season. This is the only account that's pushing Clannibals. And the minimums, I've already met the minimum. Wolfpack, I've never seen so many Wolfpack players in T11. Wish them the best of luck on their push. Be nice to see them, really nice to see them finish in second. That's a nice shot there from our opponent. Then a paralyzed ball. We will stick with the Kingmaker on this. Just pull it back a little bit so I've got a bit of space. It's going to be max 10 drive. So I normally play this no moving target basically on the drive, but certainly in tailwind. But in headwind I had to back it up a little bit. I've hit great left, but I think I've got away with that. we'll see. Yeah, so that's fine. We've got a shot. That's all that we need here. So in headwind, as Ian would say, don't get a greedy goose on this one. Main focus here is to make sure you stay in the fairway so you've got a shot to the other side. Now this approach shot's going to be tricky. See our opponent here is going way right so that he doesn't get stuck in that sort of bunker before the rough. We might take a more cavalier approach and go at the pin still. I'll have a look and see what the wind's like. I think I'm a little closer than he is. So, but see, he's full OP. He's only just cleared that. So that was a good decision of his to go right, because I don't think he'd have cleared through the rough on that. BC was a good 5 to 10 seconds longer. That's interesting. Because I was counting the delay off my I have the YouTube up on my PC. Right, so I'm getting pushed this way. So you see how my guide's kind of actually going left, not. So I don't want to offset left. I've kind of left myself not a lot of time here. 10. I'm actually going to play this basically 20%. I'm going to put quite a lot of OP on it. In fact, I'm probably just going to go full OP. The chances of going over the green here are pretty slim. Even if you do miss the rough, you see, even then full OP, I haven't overshot. It's very easy to get caught and drop into that the bunker right before the rough, bouncing over. Easily done. Done it many times, unfortunately. So you always want to put on in head when you always want to have more topspin than you think you need, and more OP. Like I say, even if you miss the rough on the second bounce, it will just go to the fringe at the back because the green's slightly sloped. Good luck, buddy. Like these Wolfpack players. They're a good bunch. Right, let's see if we get tailwind or headwind here. So we're getting tailwind. So we're probably going to play this with a sniper. I'm just going to play at max plus 10. I'm going to drop in at about 5.5 backspin, and I know that my ball guide's going to get pushed up slightly out, so I've got my second bounce just on the fringe basically. So I'm just going to allow the ball to get pushed towards the pin. So we fit perfect. I might not have put enough backspin on it. Oh no, we're good. We'll take that. See how my ball guide's been pushed to the right. 0.75. Thank you. See what Wolfpack's at. 706,000. I mean, we're not even halfway through the season. That's pretty impressive. Obviously, some epic names in here. Got D-Mac, Josh, Ian, Bobby. All these legends in here. It's amazing. That was close. 2 good shots from us there, to be honest. Right, let's open up a couple more slots. 11 game streak. Happy days. It's a good Sunday morning. I don't particularly want to play a replay today, so I'll just back out and see if I can get a live opponent. Struggling there. It's normally okay at this time. See, it's taking a few seconds for my dots to come up as well. Come on. No one in T11 at the moment. Hey, thanks Paul, welcome in. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were on have good days and bad days. Yesterday was much less of a clinic. It's just how it goes, isn't it? So sometimes it just it doesn't go how you expect it to. That's all right. Today's going well. So we're going to play the same shot that our opponents just played it. Just going to bounce over to the left and leave ourselves. See, it's going to be a max range long iron or a minimum wood. And I am a sniper wanker, as Ian Ballinger would say. I like my sniper in T11. I like the ball guide. And this account has a low cat anyway, so it's kind of a moot point. Cat's a great club on T11. I just know the shootouts with a sniper. Pick great right. I think I'm alright. I think I set up with enough space. Yeah, I did. Hey Ingrid, good morning. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of the sniper in T11. I know there are times when the length can be a little short and can leave you having to play alternative shots, but there's always workarounds. So I like to play hook shots to make up for some of the distance on the sniper, certainly on some of the Maple Bay holes. It's just a club that I like to use. So here I think I'm going to be at minimum sniper range. Let's just find minimum range. Yeah, so we're right minimum range there. So that's nice. So we know where we're at least. And I'm going to try to not put any side spin on this. We are in a slight headwind. I'm just going to offset ever so slightly. So I'm going to play it min plus 25, which is going to be 1-to-1. We've hit perfect, so we can see how our adjustment was, which is nice. Looks like it's coming a little right. So we probably didn't need the offset with the 25% there, but it's coming nicely. Hey DJ, Jacob, thanks for the good luck, buddy. I said earlier, I'm trying to keep these streams to about an hour, so I'm going to drop off in about 5 minutes, I'm afraid. We've had a good little run this morning. Probably one more game after this. think we're on a nice little streak at the moment. Be real nice if we can keep that going. Right, I hate this shootout. Oh, it's probably my least favourite shootout in T11 at the moment. I don't mind the other two part of the parry holes, but this one's I find it pretty variable. I wonder if our opponent's going to take a shot here. Here we go. So yeah, we're on a little 11 game streak at the moment, which is nice. So I think this is how Mr. Ballinger plays it from back here with a wood club. I'm going to play, or attempt to play, a backspin driver shot. He's hit perfect, so let's see how that comes in. Oh, he's very close to the rough. Yeah, it's a real difficult shot to play that with quite a big headwind. So we're going to play it up at the fringe. We're going to go about there because we've got quite a big headwind. And I just know from experience I'm going to play this max plus 10. So with a Thor's hammer 7, I would be going 1-to-1 with this. So I'm just looking to plop this near the pin. Like I say, our opponent's so we're a little left. That's fine, our opponent's way short, so I won't try and push it too much. Not the best shot, but normally I'd try and come in left of the pin on that bounce and just drop it in back towards, but that's fine. Hey Rob. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have big losing streaks as well at times. T11's a real roller coaster. And you can play really, really well and still get beaten. So I think it's going to be our last game. I know my sister just called me, so I probably should call her back in a minute. She lives in the Netherlands and I live in Texas, so pretty big time difference. So it can be a little difficult to match up and speak to each other. So I better give her a call in a minute. Yeah, my poor mum, both of us have moved away. Yeah, like I say, I live in Texas. My mum lives in the UK. My sister lives in the Netherlands. And I'm going to fill OP this one, which I probably shouldn't, but... Ooh, great lefts. I've probably got away with it because it's against the wind. If I'd gone with the wind, I'd probably have been in real trouble there. I don't have a great second shot, but it's alright. Kristaps, what's going on? So Pete Johnson gave me the nickname Blanket. I don't know where it came from, but it's stuck within the Clannibals. Hence the blanket reference there from Kristaps. Let's see what our opponent does here. Same as me, great left. Great left's definitely better than a great right. Oh, close. That's alright. They've got a shot as well. I mean, Yeah, my mum comes over normally like 4 times a year, DJ. So I see her quite frequently. I see my sister a lot less, to be honest. It's a little more difficult. I'm often in London for work, so my mum lives close to Heathrow. I'm going to miss her off here probably. I'm actually going to go full right spin. I'm going to go just over 12. I would rather miss the rough and get stuck in it, so going a little heavier handed with the OP. See, I've missed the rough here, but I should still be fine. See how it slows up? Much better than dropping down. Yeah, so I mean, I do see her. I see my sister much less. Netherlands obviously isn't far from the UK, but trying to fit that extra flight in on a tight work schedule can be difficult, whereas my mum lives close to Heathrow, so she's only like 25 minutes from Heathrow, so it's easy for me to go and see her. I normally stay on an extra night or two and say hello, spend a weekend with her. Yeah, Houston Dynamo. Indeed. It's not the same as watching the Premiership, but it's what we've got. I actually still play football, or soccer as they call it here, out here. Our season's obviously been cancelled with COVID, but there's a lot of expats here in Houston. So between the Hispanic population and the expats, there's a lot of Brits over here. It's quite a big soccer following here. So there's a big league, big Sunday league. That great right might hurt me. Should be alright. Yeah. Chicago Fire. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so a binky is a pacifier. So obviously for my accent, I'm British. It doesn't mean that in the UK. It's kind of a play on my surname. It's a nickname that all my family have had for a long time. But yeah, it does indeed mean a pacifier here. In all my accounts on Golf Clash, I say all my accounts, most of my accounts are some form of binky. So I've got BINKY, B1KY, Binky3, which is this one. Fucking hate this shootout. I'm going to go quite far left on this one. And then I'm just going to play like... I haven't got that much push. So what I'm going to do is just play one backspin, and I'm going to play this 20%. Put right curl on this because I've got right to left wind, and I don't want to go off the bank on the left. So hopefully we don't come in too hot on this. I think we are. Yeah, just a little right. Probably didn't need all of that curl. So just backing off on the curl there would have been nice. Dummies, yeah. I call them dummies in the UK as well, I think. I'm in this horrible place now where I get a little confused between American and English. It's horrible. So my wife's from Houston. My kids were born here. So I'm surrounded by Americans in the house. And I've been here 10 years. 10 and a half years. And sometimes I just struggle to remember which is which. Yeah, it can be difficult. My wife asked me what the British version is, and I'm like, I don't know, can't remember. Right, y'all. As I said, I'm going to keep these to about an hour. I really appreciate you all coming in this morning. I've had a stellar session for once, so 13 in a row. It's a very nice way to start off a Sunday morning. Wish you all the best for the Memorial Day weekend. Those of you that are in the States, the rest of you just have a great rest of your weekend. It's been a pleasure playing with you this morning. And you'll take care. Cheers, y'all.